We hope that your studies during your time here at UEL are going to be rewarding for you, that you're going to be interested in them, that we've done a lot to make them stimulating courses. And we also hope that you're going to feel that you're learning and that you're having fun whilst you're learning. But we have also got a very strong objective, which is to do our level best to ensure that when you graduate from here, that you are going into the sort of jobs that you aspire to go into. This is Femi Bola. Femi, you're the Associate Director for Student Services and Head of Employability here at the university. Can I start by asking you a question that's on perhaps a lot of business students' minds at the moment? That the news is full of established names in the world of finance and banking going down. There's a credit crunch. What sort of impact is that going to have on what our students can do?
Well, there are changes in finance in a cyclical manner, but obviously some of the high street names are suffering at the moment. But in every crisis, there are also opportunities.
But what is it then? What are those ingredients that is going to make a graduate employable today and tomorrow?
For graduates, undergraduates as well, they need to invest in themselves. So the first thing they need is a really good CV. And students and undergraduates need to start working on that from year one. You need to know what's going on in the world of business, you need to be interested, and you need to start from now, or else you will struggle. And somebody from another university will get that job. And they may not be as pretty as you, they may not be as tall as you, they'll just be smart.
Okay then, thank you for that. And I'm getting a picture and I'm wondering how I ever managed to get a job. What else do you have to do to make yourself attractive to employers?
You need, when you make an application, even if it's for a summer internship, you need to know something about the business that you're applying for. The number of people, graduates, undergraduates, that apply for jobs, and for example, KPMG, they know nothing about KPMG. Newham Council, they know nothing about Newham Council. And it's not just knowing what's on their website, it's actually knowing what preoccupies them now.
Elizabeth Rogers, Resourcing Limited. Obviously, students on our courses, they're going to learn technical and academic skills and they're going to have a certain level of attainment. What other things are employers looking for in your view?
Qualifications that a job is deemed to be appropriate. All companies are looking for talent. Now, talent, as we all know, comes in all shape and sizes. Now, this does not mean that a company or an institution are necessarily going to take somebody with the highest academic qualifications or the most experience. They take who they feel fits in.
It's will you fit in? When somebody's recruiting, they want to make sure you're going to fit into their team. So they want somebody smart. And apart from your degree skills, they're looking for people who can problem solve, use their initiative, think about their business and how it might be developed. And all those opportunities are here in your degree programme. You will develop those skills, but you need to connect to it. The people who do just enough will not necessarily be those successful people.
Basically, the recruitment criteria that companies work to, excluding the two areas I've just discussed, are first of all cultural fit. Now, what that tends to mean is somebody whose style of working is consistent with their particular management style. Now, the management style ranges from the intensely competitive to the more relaxed, laid back. So it's basically what your personality it fits into.
London is one of the most competitive places for graduates. You're competing with the graduates from all the universities around the country, and therefore you have to look good on paper.
Now, the trick of weaknesses is to turn them into a positive. Don't fall into the trap of talking for 20 minutes about what you can't do.
Can you distill that then into sort of do's and don'ts of being interviewed, of what to do in an interview?
Well, if we talk about the interview process now, this is obviously where the fun starts. In an interview situation, you're going to have at least 2 interviews, one with a formal HR professional, and secondly, or even thirdly, with the members of the team that you're going to be working with.
If I'm an employer, if there's one spelling mistake on the covering letter, especially if I was with Credit Suisse last week, they said one spelling mistake on the covering letter, one spelling mistake on the CV, it goes straight in the bin. Because they've got plenty of people to choose from.
Never be defensive. If you're ever defensive about anything, the interviewer will construe that you have something to hide. Again, that will be a no.
And one of the things that many of the Canary Wharf companies and city companies want to do more and more of is to recruit locally. And we are in their catchment area. And therefore, there are major opportunities for all of you in this room working in the public and private sector if you're prepared to put in the work. We send you emails regularly about opportunities, the majority of which are not answered by our undergraduates. There's a group of undergraduates who really take themselves seriously, who are always in our office. They're always looking for opportunities. They're always chasing me. Femi, when's the next internship? When's the next work placement? They really take themselves seriously, and they're a diverse group of students. They're not necessarily the younger students, they're not the older students. They're a variety of students, but what they have in common is an attitude around success. They really want to be successful. But as business students, you're often going to find yourselves in situations that you haven't prepared for.